Hello, everybody. I'm Tony Gillespie from The Village Folk, and today we have another exciting episode of Records Round the USA, where today our record comes from Bellingham, Washington, going all the way over to the West Coast. Looks like so far we've only had East Coast cities, as you can see. I don't know if you can see the full map there. So today we're going all the way to the West Coast and the Northwest Coast for Bellingham, Washington. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up here. See what we got. It's gone from 90 degrees here in Indiana to 30 degrees pretty much overnight. So I apologize for the sweater. Cold. Brr. Stay warm out there, people. Oh, okay. So now I remember ordering this, and when I ordered this, the description said that the album was signed. Now I'm hoping that it is signed, but there was no picture of the signature. So I just kind of rolled the dice because it was super cheap anyway. So I rolled the dice and I went for it, and now let's see if it's signed. No, it's not signed on the front. Oh, there it is. It is signed. So this album we have today is The Weavers Together Again. Now this is the soundtrack for a documentary film that the Weavers did in the early 80s. I believe it was 1981. I think it may have came out in 82. Where the Weavers, after being apart for about 30 years, roughly, I mean they came back together to do a final concert at Carnegie Hall. Now, the Weavers, if you don't know, were formed by Pete Seeger and Lee Hayes, Freddie Hellerman, and Ronnie Gilbert were the four members of the Weavers. Now, Pete left at one point and was replaced by a couple of different people. Eric Darling stepped in, and I can't remember off the top of my head, Krause, and they had a couple of different members that kind of cycled through. But the core group was Pete, Lee Hayes, Ronnie Gilbert, and Freddie Hellerman. So basically what happened is in the early 50s, the band was blacklisted due to the House on Un-American Activities Committee. They were kind of doing a witch hunt, if you were. They were searching for communists in the United States and through the red channels, you know. And basically the Weavers got caught up in that because of Pete and Lee's association with different political affiliations. And they got blacklisted. So basically the Weavers, they were a hugely popular band. They were kind of forefront artist in the folk band genre, I guess. But they were blacklisted, so they weren't able to perform. But, you know, as things often do, time kind of corrected things with Pete and with the band. They decided to get back together and make this film. They filmed a documentary based on the band coming back together for the Carnegie Hall concerts, and it was called Wasn't That a Time? It's on PBS all the time. I have a DVD of it, and if you can find the DVD or VHS copy of it, I highly recommend the documentary. It is an excellent documentary into the group, into the dynamic of them coming back together. I don't know if you can see from the photo, but Lee Hayes was in a wheelchair at the time. He passed away not too long after the concert, actually, but they had to wheel him out on the stage to sing, but it was really well received. But as I was saying earlier, this album is autographed on the back by Pete Seeger. Right there in big, bold, black letters. And I could tell it's Pete's signature. I have probably about a dozen of his signatures. And there's a couple of telltale signs that make me know that it's legit. I mean, first of all, who would want to forge Pete Seeger's signature? I mean, there's not much monetary value in a Pete Seeger signature. But second of all, there's a few things that I've come to notice in all of his signatures. But yeah, there's the sign, the signature there. The album itself is on Loom Records. Let's see. Let's see if I find the camera here. It's on Loom Records. And there are 15 tracks. Closes with the Lead Belly classic Goodnight Irene, which is still a staple of concerts, closing out concerts. I've seen at least 2 concerts where they've ended with Goodnight Irene. So, but it's a great album. It was produced by Fred Hellerman. It came out in 1981, I believe. And this is our record around the USA today. The Weavers, Together Again. Make sure you pick up a copy and check it out. The Weavers, a lot of their albums were on Decca, a lot of their early albums, so go ahead and try to find some of their earlier stuff. It's a real nice history lesson, a real nice snapshot of the 40s and 50s music, the folk genre that was definitely responsible for some of the folk revival artists. So go ahead and check those out. And so there you have it. Another record around the USA. This time it was the Weavers Together Again. Came to us from Washington State. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe down below. I'll leave in the comments a link for our Facebook page, The Village Folk. If you haven't been over there yet, come check us out. We got a lot of cool content on there too. So anyway, thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye.